So if you bought a Panasonic G85, you know that it's an absolutely fantastic camera. But now that you have one, what are the must-have accessories that you should go out and get to really round out your kit? And that's what I want to cover today. I actually looked on YouTube and there weren't that many videos covering this. The first thing I like to do is go out and get batteries and tripods and mounts and all the gear. That way I can just get out there and put it all in my camera bag and have it all ready to go. So let's get right into it. So let's talk about batteries first. So we went out and got a 2-pack of third-party batteries that this one's called Power Extra. There's probably 5 or 6 on Amazon that had good reviews, and this was one of them that was in stock and Amazon Prime. But we'll send a link to all those below. But these are great. These are rated at 1500 milliamp hours. The OEMs are 1100, but I'll tell you that don't put too much bearing on that. These are gonna last about as long as the OEM batteries, and that's probably okay. And of course in this kit, so it comes with 2 batteries and a car adapter. This is pretty cool because this wall adapter has the plug that flips out. It's a lot like the original. But what's cool is with this kit, you can plug this in, plug it into your cigarette lighter in your car, and you can keep your batteries charged when you're on the road. Now this would be really cool if you're on a road trip and you want to make sure you always have a battery fully charged, ready to use. And this is a great deal. This cost about $30, I would say. I'll have a link to it below with the exact prices and everything else. So between my original charger and my new charger and my 2 batteries, I've got 3 batteries and 2 chargers. That means I can be using a battery and charging the other 2 at any given time to make sure that I'm never running out of battery power. And if that's not enough, I also went out and I recommend this is a AC adapter to plug it right into your wall, so no batteries required. This kind of mimics the shape of a battery, and it has the leads and everything else. You mount it into your camera. There is a little door, a little round grommet you pop out. You run this wire through, and then you can just plug this into the wall, and you've got power for days, right? And if you're doing time-lapse videos, you're doing anything else like that, this is gonna really save you time for not having to worry about it. Just plug it in and forget about it. And when I start doing more woodworking videos and videos in the garage, I think I'm just gonna plug it in all the time. And this is a really great deal as well. Cost about $15 or $20, and it's one of those things, again, there's a third party. I don't know how much the original Panasonic one would cost, but this works really great, and it's definitely a should buy. So the next thing you're probably going to be looking at is lighting, and with LED lighting prices coming down as much as they have, there's a lot of great options out there. I bought this several years ago now, but it's the Neewer CN216, and there's a bunch of them out there. So I think Chris is going to make a video outlining some of the lights that he's bought, because he's bought a bunch of LEDs, and we'll follow up with that. But the cool part is all these LED lights have the same exact type of battery inputs. This one takes 6 AA's or the Sony NPF batteries, and that is exactly what I have here. So I had been using the AA's in here, and it was always kind of frustrating, but now I think I'm gonna go ahead and start getting more of these LEDs, so I figured it would make sense to get one of these. So again, car charger, and in the box, right out there, we've got the Sony style batteries, and these are the biggest ones they make. Look at the size of that thing. And that can fit into your LED like so. Just like that. And it kind of looks a little silly because it sticks out, but the runtime on this is really good. So you'll be able to shoot for a long while. And let's see if I can get this cover on it now with this thing sticking out. I can. Cool. And so now you've got portable light wherever you need it, and you've got a standard. So what I would recommend is when you buy LED lights, make sure that it comes with this NPF battery mount, and then just get yourself a couple of these. I paid about $45 for 2 NPF batteries and the charger, and as soon as I buy a couple more of these, I'm probably gonna just keep buying them and probably have around 6 or 8 batteries for 4 lights. That way I've always got a backup and I've got enough chargers to just charge them all up. And so also in the packaging, we've got the charger and a second battery. So this is another really good buy, especially if you're gonna get into LED lighting. All right, the next thing I would recommend is getting yourself a couple of SD cards. Now, if you have some that are old, you might want to just suck it up, throw them away, and buy some new ones, because you never know when they might fail, and you really don't want them to fail when you need them the most. So I got this 2-pack of Lexar 128 gig cards for about $100. Now, the reason why I got 2 128s and not the 256 is I figured if I ever need 2 cameras or something, I can film with 2. If one fails, I've got 2, not put all my eggs in one basket. But the G85 can shoot video until the card is full, which means that if you had a 256 gig card, you can just keep on shooting. So that's the one thing to keep in mind there, is whether whether you want to do one 256 or a couple of 128s, but that's something you want to do. Pick these up. There's some great deals on them right now. I'll put links below, and have them in your camera bag and ready to go. All right, the next thing I had to go out and invest in is a USB 3 SD card reader. So this has micro SD and compact flash. I don't even know if they make that anymore. But the one I had been using was a USB 2. I've had it for about 8 years, and it took about 40 minutes to transfer my last video that I shot on my G85 to my computer. And so I decided time to just suck it up and get one of these. And of course I got a little Apple sticker on it, I don't know if you can tell, but this is a really nice unit. It's brushed aluminum. It works really well. It has a really high quality to it, and the cable has a really great feel. So this is another USB card reader. There's a million of them out there. It doesn't really matter which one you buy. I've been using this one for about a week, and I have nothing but good things to say about it. All right, now for the coolest part. This is actually what I've really been waiting for. This is the 20mm f1.7 lens from Panasonic. So I actually haven't even opened it yet, so I'm gonna open it here in front of you guys. But the reason why I got this is the kit lens that comes with the G85 is fantastic. I'm blown away by how well it performs and how high quality the video footage is. It's a great kit lens. My only complaint about it, if you're fully zoomed out, it's f3.5 and this is 1.7. So this is gonna be a lot faster and a lot better indoors. And actually what I'm gonna do is, after I do the unboxing and opening, I'm gonna switch over and show you the difference between the two. And you're probably gonna see a difference in the depth of field, and you're gonna see a lot of stuff. It's gonna be pretty cool. Here's a little user manual. This thing is really tiny, by the way. So this is the other reason why I love it, is you gotta love micro, and a little carrying case. That's pretty cool. I guess I can open that for you guys. So here's a little carrying case for it. I don't think I'm gonna need it because I think I'll have that lens on for the most part. But that's pretty cool. Kind of cool that they give you that. So there's that. Let's open this up. This is cool. Look how tiny this thing is. And again, because it's a 20mm and it's a micro Four Thirds sensor, this is it. That's all it is. And I got the silver. I thought that looked really cool, but it comes in black as well, and you have the option there. But little lens hood, and here's the back of it. And again, this has autofocus and everything else, and there's no zoom, obviously. It's a prime lens, and it looks like it's a focus by wire. It is. And yeah, I can't wait to show you guys that. So I'm gonna switch over and I'll show you what it looks like on this in a little bit. But I would recommend that lens. And honestly, I think with the kit lens and this one lens, I'm done. I'm not gonna buy any more lenses. I'm gonna make it work with these two. And I think I really don't need to buy any other lenses. I think I'm gonna be good to go. All right, now that kit lens, the reason why I got it is because it was about $260, which is a great price. You gotta love micro Four Thirds lenses. They're a lot cheaper than, you know, like my old Sony A7. The lenses were really expensive. But if you don't want to go that route, if you're like me and you have old film lenses and things like this, what you can do is you can get a couple of different adapters. You can either get just a dumb adapter that just matches the flange distance, and the problem with that is this will be cropped. So if the image comes out looking this big, that micro Four Thirds sensor will only pick up a portion of the screen, and as a result, you're gonna get a crop factor. And on the G85, that crop factor is about 2. So if I have a 50mm lens here, that becomes 100mm, and if I have a 28, that becomes 56. So keep that in mind. And look at this thing. I mean, look how cool these old lenses were. This was actually the zoom mechanism. Isn't that awesome? But this lens was not very good. It wasn't very sharp. These two are fantastic. These are the only two lenses I ever used on my A7. And I was really tempted to either get an adapter or a speed booster. That's the other thing you can do as well. So if you want to spend a little bit extra money and you get really good life out of your old lenses, I would recommend a focal reducer, or Metabones calls it the speed booster. And what that does, it actually has custom glass. And what it does is it'll take your image that would have overflooded the sensor and bring it in. And as a result, all that extra light that was not hitting your sensor now is. You'll get one stop of light. So that's really great for faster lenses and indoor shooting and things like that, low light situations. And it also gives you less of a crop factor. And I'll do the math on the screen, some magic here, but the bottom line is they're really awesome, but they're really expensive too. The speed booster is like $500, and there are some other ones from different brands that I've been looking at, and I was really tempted to do it. But you know, for that price, for that 20mm, I just figured, you know what, I'll just suck it up. It has autofocus, it has all the other things. It's tiny too. You saw how tiny that thing is. This would need an adapter. So with the adapter, it could easily be this big, right? Even my nifty 50 would be probably about that much thicker. And so from the camera, it would stick out that much. And I just figured, you know, with that, if that lens were like $1,300, then I would have probably gone the adapter route. But for $300, you guys, it's gonna be kind of a no-brainer for me. But if you want to do that, I'm gonna have links to all that stuff as well. And if you want to know more information about how focal reducers work and the kind of the science behind it, leave us a comment. I'll follow up in a video if you guys are interested. I'm not sure if you are, so let me know. And of course, there's things like the Ballhead. So I actually got this per gear Ballhead for $20-something, and I wasn't really sure what I should expect from it because it was really cheap. Manfrotto Ballheads can cost around $100 or so, but I'm really excited to say that it works really well. I'm actually shooting this video on the Ballhead right now on my Manfrotto stand. But what's really great about it is it'll fit on whatever type of tripod that you have. It even comes with the Arca Swiss plate and mount, and all that for $20-something was a great deal, and it works really well, and I'll show you that footage here as well. I also have a couple of mini Ballheads here. So these, I just bought 2 of these, and all it is a little Ballhead. I'll tell you right now, it's not the highest quality thing in the world. You can kind of hear how it's kind of ratcheting, it's not real smooth, but I'll tell you what, when you lock it down, it does not move. And it has the smaller threads on it, and you can add it to something, any old tripod that you have, and suddenly now you've got a Ballhead tripod. So I figured I could use this either for microphones or cameras, second cameras, B-roll, I'm not sure, but I figured if I have 2 of these, maybe when I make something custom for overhead shooting or something like that, I'll have it laying around and ready. So these are $6, and honestly, for $6, pick up a couple if you don't really need them. They didn't break the bank, and they're really actually pretty good because I can even mount my LED light on this, right? So now I have a Ballhead light for my LEDs. These are really versatile, and honestly, I bought 2. I might buy a couple more and just have them laying around. Okay, and as promised, now we are shooting from the new 20mm lens on the camera, and you can tell that the background's a little different now. It's a little wider, and I had to put the camera further back. I was probably shooting on the 12-60 before, around 15mm, so this is a little more zoomed in. But that's how the footage looks here. I'm shooting at f1.7 and at a shutter speed of 150, so I had to up the shutter speed to be able to get down to f1.7. But this is going to be a great lens for indoor and low light situations and stuff. But guys, that's pretty much it for us here. I hope you guys enjoyed. We really wanted to bring you a couple of accessories that we've been looking at for the camera, and we hope you learned something. And as always, like, subscribe, join us. If you have any questions, you want to know more about anything, just leave us a comment below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.